Can I get under here? Nope. What up, everybody? We're out here on the Freego X2 at a new location. Gonna do some off-roading today. Gonna mess around, bullshit. But today also we're gonna do a 6-month review of the Freego X2. That kind of rhymes. We're gonna talk about all the cool bits and bobs I've added to the bike. I'm gonna give you guys a walkthrough, run through. Oh yeah, also I redid my tires. Came out nice. But yeah, we're gonna do a full walkthrough rundown, how the bike's been the last 6 months, because as you guys know, I've abused the crap out of this bike. So we're gonna ride it, we're gonna abuse it, we're gonna talk about it. Okay. Freego X2, as you guys know, full suspension, 3,000 watt hub motor, hits 50 miles an hour, or I think in my last test I got up to 49, but not on a full charge. So yeah, we're kind of just out here mobbing. Definitely got on the wrong tires for this because, yeah. But we're gonna see how she do. We're just gonna ride her, abuse her, kind of talk about her. So, had the Freego X2 for about 6 months now. And I mean, I have had my share of issues. I blow the heck. I've been blowing my inner tubes like crazy. But I do have a tire video that'll show you kind of how to keep up with that. And really, it's all about making sure that you have your tires at the proper pressure, because these are torquey little e-bikes. And so, yeah, if it's not proper, you'll just tear that. Yeah, this bike, definitely fun. Me personally, would probably say go for the X2 over the Pro. I personally do not have a Pro, so I don't know. Part of it is aesthetics, and the Pro is supposed to be quote unquote stronger than the X2, but I haven't seen any real way to prove that. Just all the people who have X2s, I guess there's a channel called Play It Back. They do have one. They do some they do some stunting on it. So I'm curious to see how theirs keeps up over time. I think it also kind of depends on like, how often they're actually riding it and what exactly they're doing on it while they ride it. And so, this place is not fun. Well, this trail. Too rocky for my liking. But yeah, so I'm curious to see how theirs does over time, kinda. But as you guys can see, I am bouncing mine off the rocks right now. And this is not the first time it's happened. So yeah, suspension on it, I will say, is freaking, I love it. Like, I do plan on upgrading it at some point, but I'm waiting to see how the bike itself does, because I don't want to upgrade the suspension and have the bike like snap in half. There has been reports of people who have had them, who have snapped them in half and stuff. And there's one guy like DR Fisher or DL Fisher. If I remember to, I will link his channel. But he did have an issue with his Freego X2 snapping in half on him, which definitely is not good. Because, you know, your bike snaps at 50 miles an hour and you're kind of SOL. But aside from that, I feel like I've seen more videos of the X2 Pro catching on fire because of the battery terminals. Granted, that could be a lot of user error because the way they have the pins on the bottom of these bikes, if you look at where your battery plugs in, there's that plate right there. That plate has prongs in it. So you could potentially have something get in between those prongs. And But yeah, I do think both of the ones that I did see catch fire were the X2. I do not want to go down there, man. Mean hills right now, not my jam. But yeah, so there's been that. But I have heard some people say they've had troubles with their throttles. We personally have not really had that issue, at least not yet. And I've certainly dropped my bike more than a few times, more than a few. But yeah, and also I've seen a lot of people complaining about the Freego X2 Pro does have a controller issue where the company is sending out replacement controllers, which is totally fine, and I do applaud the company for that. But I feel like some people don't have the technical acumen to actually deal with that or want to deal with that. Man, are we gonna go over this? Yes. One thing I did want to mention to you guys is my side plate. I don't know if you can see it. I finally got the dual color down. So those are probably the version 1.1s are probably going to go into production and get listed on my site here probably by the end of this weekend. I'm thinking maybe for the first run, I'll do like 10 of them. You guys can still go on the website, pick the color, all that you want. And then as far as I want to get those first couple kind of shipped out. Can I get under here? Nope. Okay, like I was saying, my custom side plates, I'm going to be working on those. I got the dual color down, so that's freaking awesome. Hopefully I can get those out up on the website probably Monday or Tuesday. Actually, I don't know. Either before or after this video goes live. But yeah, I might start off like get a couple orders and then pause the listing just so I can make sure I get them out and get feedback on them. Because I mean, ultimately I want to sell the best product that I possibly can. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing that, getting a couple of them sold out and then go from there essentially, which is kind of exciting. My first product for the Freego, and hopefully it kind of incentivizes other people to start building for the Freego, because the more support we get for it, the more people that'll want it, which means like the better upgrade options and stuff for us later on in the future, which I'm really excited for, especially being like an early adopter of this bike. Oops, dead end. Well, but yeah, so far I would say if you're looking at buying the bike, the Freego X2 in 2025, you're probably not going to be disappointed. The bike does sit for where it's priced at, it's kind of priced relatively well as far as competition is. It does leave a little bit more to be wanted, especially as far as like tunability and any of that. But if you're looking for a bike where right out of the box you can hop on it, start beating on it, and just relatively enjoy a bike, I would say this is it. It's like a nice mix between a really crappy dirt bike and a really nice electric bike. It's kind of where it sits on the board for me, which definitely isn't a bad spot to be. One thing I would recommend though is if you're going to upgrade your tires to some Shinkos, which I will have a link down below in the description, be careful off-road, because you will launch yourself into oblivion. But like, as you can see, like, I am not a professional off-road person whatsoever. I don't know what that is. Motocross, supercross, some cross. Ooh. I ain't none of that. And the bike just gives you exactly what you want as far as like rideability. Now, of course, if you wanted something more specific, like made to do something like that, like off-road type stuff, yeah, you can go ahead, buy a Surron. But out of the box, you're gonna get a Surron and you're gonna wanna modify it, which is thousands on thousands of dollars. This, you really can't, you can modify it. You can do upgraded rear spring, which I will probably do at some point. And you can do your forks and all that. I have seen some people start talking about doing the Fardriver controller upgrade, which kind of has my interest peaked a bit. But like, as you guys can see, we're freaking flying. And like, it's just giving it to us, all of it. I'm also trying not to hit a car, because that would suck. Oh yeah, one thing I did forget to mention, I did want to talk about, is the battery life of the Freego X2. I think right now, depending on riding conditions and whatnot, I average about 20 miles with, oh yeah. I average about 20 miles with good power. Depending on how I'm riding, maybe 25-ish. But I also have 0 pedal power because I took off that derailleur. And so I am essentially just riding shit, that hurt. I'm riding all electric all the time. So, and I gas it, I'm not even gonna lie. So yeah, about 20 miles with the battery, which I mean isn't all that bad. I did see the company talking about doing a 40 amp hour battery, which I'm kind of interested in. If they want to send me out one for testing, yo, you got my email. But yeah, about 20 miles on it, and like we've been riding for 11. We had a full charge. We're sitting about 56, 57 under power. If I stop, it'll probably go up closer to 59 or something. I've also seen some people mention some stuff about that battery meter in the top. I would not say it's the most accurate of things. Like, usually by the time I lose 1 bar, you've lost a decent amount of power. Like, you may still have it on the top end, but definitely gonna feel it as far as like acceleration or stunting. But like, we're off-road, we're goosing it, we're hitting 40 miles an hour easy. Also trying not to die. That's a big part of what's going on out here. Ooh, I should pay attention. But yeah, you're definitely gonna get what you pay for with the bike. But I mean, you did pay $2 grand, so you do get, I would say you get $2 grand worth of fun from it. Of course, you spend $5 grand on the bike, you're gonna get $5 grand worth of fun from the bike. But yeah, like we've been beating this, like the one thing about the Freego X2 that constantly has me like, dude, worth it. This suspension, it's not no fancy like Roflexa or anything awesome, but like it gets the job done. This bike actually does perform Yeah, if you're looking for a street princess, you're not going to keep up with the Surron, because those are the Surrons are the everywhere princess of e-bikes. But we're gonna make our turn. We're gonna make it. Yep. Oh, pothole. Ooh, squiggly. But it is gonna give it to you. You're definitely gonna get what you paid for. And I mean, I would say if you're looking for a beginner bike, just to see if you're into it or not, the Freego X2 is an amazing option. And I mean, me personally, I love mine. And there is rumors of a new one, but yeah.